Well, you're here because you filled out a survey about a guy and he scored a C. In many important ways, this guy is falling short. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you, things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and four dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10 dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10 dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
It's very unlikely that he will go far in his career. He enjoys talking about big plans and might sound confident about his ambitions, but sticking with hard work and routine is not really his style. He's not someone who puts in steady effort or shows discipline over time, which career success usually needs.
Can he bounce back from failure?
He will struggle a lot when things go wrong at work. Instead of calmly looking for solutions, he's likely to lose his temper, make a scene, or blame others. Little setbacks can make him snap or shut down, and he might carry this stress home, making the whole atmosphere tense.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People at work find it hard to get along with him. He's quick to argue, blunt with his words, and not very understanding of others' feelings. Instead of building good relationships, he might create tension or drama in the workplace.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
He's much more likely to feel insecure than proud if you do well in your career. Instead of cheering for your success, he might react with anger, jealousy, or cutting remarks. There's a good chance he'll start arguments or make you feel guilty for your achievements.
What if you start earning more than him?
Yes, he will almost surely resent you if you earn more than him. He may act angry, make cruel jokes, or start avoiding you when money comes up. His mood can swing sharply, so small things about money may spark big fights.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He's not careful with money and tends to spend without much thought. Planning or saving isn't really something he cares about, so he may make quick decisions and buy things on impulse. Living with him might mean facing surprise expenses or finding it hard to set financial goals together.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He often acts like he's richer than he actually is. Instead of living within his means, he may spend money just to show off or keep up appearances, even when he can't really afford it. This can lead to debts and financial problems that he tries to hide or ignore.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He isn't naturally open handed or kind. He seldom thinks about others' needs and is not very generous with his time, money, or feelings. Instead of lifting people up, he might make you feel like you're on your own.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He tends to be secretive and controlling about money. You may find that he hides purchases, avoids talking about finances, or even gets angry if you ask questions. This kind of behavior can create a lot of mistrust and stress in your life.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He's likely to think that housework is only your job. He rarely shows understanding or kindness when it comes to sharing chores. And if you ask for help, he might react with impatience or make excuses to avoid doing his part. You could end up doing most, if not all, of the work at home, while he finds ways to stay out of it.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He's the type who might stand around supervising or giving orders instead of actually pitching in with chores and diapers. If you ask him to help, he may grumble, do the bare minimum, or find reasons not to get his hands dirty. You could end up doing most of the work on your own while he watches or criticizes.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He usually argues just to prove he's right, not to understand your side. When you share your feelings or opinions, he's quick to interrupt or talk over you, wanting to win the discussion. This kind of behavior can make you feel unheard and alone, as if your thoughts don't matter.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he's more likely to say hurtful things and act aggressive rather than staying respectful. He might yell, use harsh words, or even try to frighten you with his tone or actions. Sometimes his anger gets out of control, making you feel unsafe or anxious at home.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, this is definitely the kind of man who gets angry very quickly. Little things can set him off, and he doesn't hold back when he's upset. His mood can change sharply, leaving you surprised or scared by his reactions.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He rarely says sorry or takes real responsibility for his actions. When things go wrong or he's hurt you, he's more likely to blame you or make excuses than admit his fault. Even if he does apologize, it may not feel genuine, it's just to end the argument.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He's not likely to respect your boundaries and may have trouble truly understanding that no means no. If you set a limit or say you're uncomfortable, he could push back, ignore your wishes, or try to guilt you into changing your mind. This is a serious concern and shouldn't be taken lightly.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he is the kind of man who takes it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. Instead of understanding your feelings or giving you space, he may react with anger, sulking, or even say things to make you feel guilty. This can leave you feeling pressured and misunderstood, making it hard to relax or be yourself.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
You may not be able to fully trust him to handle private moments with care. If he ever gets upset or wants to win an argument, he might use things you shared in confidence to embarrass or hurt you. This can leave you feeling exposed and hesitant to open up, which isn't healthy for any relationship.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is easily distracted by other women and may not be truly faithful in a relationship. His need for excitement and attention could lead him to flirt or seek out new connections, even when he's committed to you. He doesn't always think about the consequences of his actions or how his behavior might hurt you.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he is very likely to be overpossessive, showing signs of jealousy, control, and constant suspicion. He may want to know where you are all the time, check your messages, or question you about your friends and even innocent activities. His jealousy could lead to arguments or rules about who you can see or what you can do.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, with him, what might look like a protective nature is actually a sign of a controlling personality. He may say he's looking out for you, but in reality, he uses this as an excuse to monitor your actions, limit your freedom, or make you feel guilty for having your own life. Real care means trusting and respecting your partner, not controlling them.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will most likely expect you to do most of the work when it comes to parenting. He doesn't see raising children as something that needs teamwork or shared responsibility. This can be very lonely and tiring, especially when you need real support and encouragement.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he's much more likely to lose his temper than stay calm. Small mistakes or emotional moments can set him off, leading to yelling, harsh words, or even threats. This can hurt their confidence and your family's peace.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He's not likely to truly support your role as both a mother and your own person. While he may expect you to handle all parenting and home duties, he often ignores or belittles your personal dreams, work, or interests. You deserve a partner who celebrates your strength and identity. But with him, that support will be missing.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, this is exactly the kind of man who might support your career in the beginning, but later expect you to quit once you have a child. He may say nice things about your job now, making you believe he's on your side, but his true feelings show up when life changes. He may not respect your dreams or independence in the long run.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is more likely to only act polite on the surface rather than show real warmth to your parents. While he may say the right things when they're around or put on a show of respect, his behavior is often cold, distant, or even dismissive once they're gone. True warmth comes from the heart, but with him, it's probably just for show. He will most likely expect your family to change for him rather than trying to adjust himself.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he's much more likely to make things worse than handle it calmly. He can lose his temper quickly and might react with blunt, harsh words or even cause an argument in front of everyone. This kind of response can lead to lasting problems between you and your loved ones.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he's the kind of man who may act modern and supportive with you in private, but expect you to behave like a traditional supportive wife in front of his relatives. When others are watching, he could suddenly insist on old fashioned customs, manners, or roles, even if he never mentioned them before. This means you might feel stuck pretending or doing things that don't match who you truly are, just to keep peace at family gatherings.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension between you and his family, he is more likely to stay out of it or even side with them rather than support you. Instead of standing up for you or helping to ease the situation, he might avoid getting involved, act distant, or quietly take his family's side to avoid any trouble with them. This can leave you feeling alone, misunderstood, and as if you have to fight your battles on your own.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He is very likely to be a mummy's boy, which means his mother's opinions and wishes will often come before yours. In any conflict between you and his mother, he will almost always side with her, leaving you feeling unsupported and frustrated. This can make you feel alone and powerless in your own home.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he is very likely to share every detail of your fights and private life with his mother or sister. This means he won't keep your personal matters just between the two of you, and he might even complain or ask them for advice about your problems. You'll probably feel exposed, judged, or betrayed, as your feelings and privacy won't be respected.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So that's the story. This guy scores a C. In many important ways, this guy is falling short of the standard we would want. Being in a relationship with this man day in and day out can feel like you are always walking on eggshells. His moods swing quickly, and even small things can set him off, making the home tense and unpredictable.